Today I'm going to be doing a review of Truthwitch by Susan Dennard. So this book is a high fantasy. It takes place in the Witchlands, which is a fantasy world filled with all different types of witches. There's air witches, water witches, truth witches, thread witches, all kinds of witches. And a war is brewing. And Thread sisters, Safia and Asol, I think that's how you say your name, I'm sorry, are stuck in between it. So I absolutely loved this book. It was so good. I seriously think this is gonna be like the next Throne of Glass. It's so amazing. It really felt like Throne of Glass in a lot of times. I don't know why. Like, it's so unlike Throne of Glass. Like, the only thing I could think about is that it's high fantasy and the world is like really intricate and complex, like in Throne of Glass. And also all the stories in all the stories here, there's like multiple point of views and they all intertwine into like one storyline, which is kind of like Heir of Fire and Queen of Shadows. So yeah, I really love this. I think my favorite part about this book is definitely the friendship. It was so amazing, and it was the main relationship in this story. There was a romance in this story, but the friendship was the best part, and they were seriously like literal friendship goals. I actually got to meet Susan Dennard, and she is amazing. I love her. I made a video about that. I'll leave that link down below. So this book is actually dedicated to Sarah J. Maas, and the dedication is so cute. It says, "To my thread sister Sarah," and she's even the first person mentioned in the acknowledgements. I need to read it. It's so cute. First and foremost, I want to thank my thread sister Sarah J. Maas. I have no idea what that is. You're the soul twin I can't live without, the best friend who reads draft after draft, the cheerleader who always holds me out of my cookie eating, video gaming binges, and basically the inspiration behind this entire series. Friendships can be just as epic as romances. Maybe even more so, and I wanted the world to see that. Plus, if we lived in the Witchlands, we would totally be the Can Aren, right? At the very least, we'd be sea foxes chomping up anyone who dared oppose us. Get out of the way! I love Susan so much. Her and Sarah are literally friendship goals, just like Safia and Asol in this book. I love it so much. Also, one thing I thought was so funny about this book is that Safia and Asol, every time they get like, they want to flip somebody off, they bite their thumbs at them, which is totally something they used to do in Shakespearean times. Like back then, you didn't use your finger to flip people off. You bite your thumb at them. Like, I thought that was hilarious, and I am a huge Shakespeare fan. That made me so happy. I definitely liked Safia a lot better than Asol, mostly because Safia is a lot like me. She has a really bad temper, and she's really stubborn and passionate, and that is a lot like me. I am also a little bit like Asol because I don't just jump into things impulsively like Safia does. I think things through and I plan everything like crazy. I definitely have elements of both, so I really loved both of them, but I definitely really love Safia more because she is fierce and she is so awesome. I love her. That's all I can really say without spoiling it. So if you have not read this series, I suggest you click away. Beware, spoilers will be ahead. So goodbye, not spoiler people. Goodbye. Bye. Leave. Okay, so, oh my god, when Asol went back to her tribe and they tried to hang her because they thought she was like the puppeteer, I'm like, is this the Salem witch trials? Why are they trying to hang you? What is this? Oh my god, I was so scared though when that was happening. I was like, I was like shaking, like, oh my god, Asol, get out of the tribe, come on, you can do it. Oh my god, it was so suspenseful. I was just like freaking out. Also, the thing I was wondering throughout the whole book is why the heck can't the blood witch smell Asol's blood? Why? What is up with that? They never explain it. Like, I want to know. Why can't he smell her blood? Like, seriously. The only thing I could think about is maybe because, like, her and Safia are, like, the prophesized canon era. I can't even say it. But the thing is, he can smell Safia's blood, so that's not right. So why the heck? Why can't he smell her blood? I hope it's addressed in Booktube because I'm really confused. Also, like I mentioned before, there was a romance in this book and it was so cute, and it was also kind of steamy. Like, the sexual tension was real, man. Yes. See, this is how you know that somebody is a good writer. The only thing that they did in this book is they had a very innocent kiss, but it was so steamy. Like, Susan Dennard is a great writer. See, that's when you know. See, I hate it when authors like write like sex and things like that in books. Like, I don't think it's necessary. Like, I think you could still do something like a kiss and it could still be like really steamy and really hot. Like this book, it was hot. It was so hot. The romance. Oh my god. Like they would like Merrick would like grab Safia's hand and she was like, oh my god, he grabbed my hand. I'm just like, oh my god, he grabbed her hand. Oh my god. Also, their first kiss scene was, oh my god, it was amazing. I need to read it. Merrick's witchery ignited. Wind thrashed upward, spraying Safi's hair from her face and almost pushing her away, except that Merrick moved in. He pressed Safi to the rock, and in a roar of wind and heat, he kissed her. The hunger of the day scorched through him, and to his vast pleasure, Safi took it in. She grabbed it from Merrick with digging fingers and a rhythm in her hips that went beyond any forestep. She was savage now, unabashedly so, and Merrick found himself biting, tugging, and pushing, all talons and teeth and brutal charged winds. But he couldn't get her close enough, no matter how hard his lips crushed hers or her hands clutched beneath his jacket. So hot, man. And all they're doing is kissing. Like, seriously, good writing right there. See, this is what I love in books. Sexual tension, not actual sex. Please, more of this in books, please. Also, I totally did not see coming that the Blood Witch and Merrick's aunt were like master and student. Like, I was totally blown away. I also really love the Blood Witch. I really loved how morally ambiguous he is. Like, you read his point of view and you're like, oh my god, he's kind of like an evil person. But then you see like his past and how he has kind of like complicated relationship with his father, and then even though to get to what he wanted, he had to kill Merrick's aunt, but he didn't kill her. He wounded her really bad, and then he raced her to the wells to heal her. Like, I really like that. A lot of people are kind of shipping the Blood Witch and Assault. I mean, if the Blood Witch acts a little less evil, I think it could work out between them. Also, when I met Susan, she mentioned that her inspiration behind the Blood Witch was actually Assassin's Creed, and Susan is actually a huge gamer. Like, she was telling us that, and I totally see that now, that it was totally inspired by Assassin's Creed. Also, if you notice the cover, look at, I think it's Safia, but like, look at her hood. That's totally Assassin's Creed. Oh my god. I did not see that before, but when she mentioned it, I was like, oh my god, it's totally Assassin's Creed. Just Safia and Assault's friendship was just the cutest thing ever. There was this, after the kiss scene, they got interrupted, and then all the crazy things happened, and they had to leave. And there's that part where like Assault was like, no, we're friends. That was so cute. I need to read it. I don't like this, Safi says, or really having to yell now. In fact, I hate this. The storm and the plan. Why does it have to be we? Why not just me? Because just me isn't who we are, Assault hollered back. I'll always follow you, Safi, and you'll always follow me. Thread sisters to the end. A fierce burning need rose in Safi's lungs at those words. She wanted to tell Assault everything she felt, her gratitude, her love, her terror, her faith, but she didn't. Instead, she smiled grimly. Thread sisters to the end. They're so cute. I ship their friendship so hard. They were seriously like friendship goals. Like, I love them. Also, I really love the ending of this book. Like, it wasn't a huge cliffhanger, but it definitely left me wanting more. I can't believe that Safia sacrificed her freedom to get Merrick a trade agreement, but not only one trade agreement, 2 trade agreements. I am so happy that Merrick has 2 trade agreements. Like, I'm so happy. At least something went right, because Merrick lost his thread brother, and that was so sad. It made me so sad. I imagine losing a thread brother is like losing a part of your soul, and like, that sucks. I feel so bad for Merrick, but at least he got trade agreements, you know? At least something went right. I also really loved Merrick as a character. Like, he was really honorable, and he really cared about his people. I really hope that he becomes king, because he would make a great king. Overall, I absolutely love this book, and I need book 2 like now. Oh my god. A lot of people had problems with this book, how they couldn't remember who all the witches were, and they got kind of confused sometimes. I actually did not have this problem. When I was taking notes, I actually, every time a witch came up, I wrote down what they did, but I didn't refer to that guide at all. So I don't think it's necessary to have like a guidebook to the witches, but I think it would be so cool to have a guidebook to the witches. So I hope in book 2 they have like a whole like guidebook to the witches of like pictures and descriptions and like beautiful artwork. Like, I think that would be awesome. I don't think it's necessary, but that would be awesome. I really hope they include that in book 2. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Comment below what you thought about Truthwitch. Let's continue the discussion down below in the comments. Au revoir!